Welcome back to OVC Media Day. Matt McMahon, head basketball coach at Murray State. Racers picked to finish near the top of this conference. Hey, Coach, good to see you again.
Hey, good morning, Bob. Great to be here with you.
What are you thinking about this virtual media day? You haven't done any Zoom calls lately or anything, have you?
I'm about zoomed out, but we're excited about getting the season tipped off, and I think our league's going to be really, really good this year. When you look at so many returning all-conference players, a lot of experience returns in our league. So just really looking forward and thankful we're going to have the opportunity to play here in a couple weeks.
Okay, so put the time together from after leaving Evansville last season for the tournament. Tough one there at the end. Beginning to anticipate some other postseason opportunities, and then it all went by the wayside. So kind of take us through that 48, 96 a week or so hours.
Well, it was, really an interesting week. We had the highs and lows of college basketball. That Saturday final regular season game clinched the regular season title in front of over 8,000 people here at the CFSB Center. Had a great crowd, big win over Austin Peay in the semis. And then I thought one of the games of the year in college basketball against Belmont. Both teams were terrific and unfortunately came up a possession short. So we did prepare to go on and continue with our postseason, especially knowing how many returning players we were going to have coming back. And then, obviously things way out of our control. Season came to a screeching halt. I think we went 144 days from our last workout to our first workout of this season. So it's certainly been plenty of challenges, but we're just excited and thankful that we've been able to get back to school here at Murray State and start preparing for this season.
Were you able to keep your recruiting class together, even using Zoom and those other instruments?
We signed 4 players last November, high school players that we're really excited about. And then we did have 1 scholarship left in the spring, and that recruitment was a little bit different. Fortunately, the point guard we signed, Justice Hill, he was a first team All-American junior college player out at Salt Lake Community College. We had done a home visit with him over Christmas break, but after that, we did not get to bring him to campus. We did all of our recruiting of him on Zoom and FaceTime and so forth. But we're really excited about the 5 players we were able to bring in. I do think it'll be interesting to see how it plays out this season. Newcomers are at a disadvantage as opposed to years past, having missed out on their summer workouts and that transition from into their new programs. But overall, we were able to address all of our needs in recruiting and really excited about the 5 players we were able to sign.
What's been your experience about, we talk a lot about muscle memory or getting back into the game, and a lot of these student athletes didn't even have a chance to go to a gym and weren't available to them. How quickly do you think that comes back, and have you seen that be the case now that practice has begun?
Oh, I think it comes back quickly, and I could even make the argument on the flip side that we've gone to where these players are almost working out 365 days a year, trying to see the positive of maybe them having some more time off this off season will hopefully help from a health standpoint as we work our way through the 2021 season. But I think our guys have come back. I told them when all this happened, we hate the circumstances, but I do think this was a once in a lifetime opportunity for self-motivated and driven players to separate themselves from the competition. And I think some of our guys have taken advantage of that. And, I'm really pleased with where we're at, considering all that we've been through over the last 6 to 8 months.
Separating yourself from the competition. You got a couple of players on this returning squad that have done just that leading up to this season. So let's go down this roster. It's headlined by 2 all-conference picks.
Yeah, you start with Tevin Brown. I thought the jump he took from his freshman to sophomore year was outstanding. He's already approaching 1,000 points. He's made 175 threes his first 2 years at a high percentage. And really from the day he got here, he's been an outstanding defender for us. So very complete player, expecting huge things for him his junior year. The one area I'm going to continue to challenge him, I want to see him grow and develop as a vocal leader of our team. Our second all-conference player is KJ Williams. I thought added a lot of versatility to his game in season 2. He's 6'10", 250 pounds. He showed his ability to step out and shoot the three this past season, can score with either hand around the basket. Really want to keep challenging both of those guys to take a big leap as they enter their junior year.
I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the great exchange 2 years ago at Media Days with you and Matt Figure interviewing each other, which is kind of legend in your part of the world. You've got also a battle of the border coming up with Austin P. That's a great, there have been great rivalries, and I know we'll highlight some as we go along, but that's a really, really great rivalry for this conference.
It is, and it probably the most historic rivalry when you look over the many years. But it means a lot to our fan base. I know it means a lot to theirs. I think it's about an hour and 15-minute drive between the two gyms. The games since Coach Figure's gotten there have all been high-level, high major Division I basketball games. I think I have a lot of respect for the job he's done there. Their teams play extremely hard. They defend you differently than anyone in the league, so you have to be very well prepared. And then obviously with Terry Taylor, they have one of the great players in all of college basketball, and now Jordan Adams on the perimeter, one of the top duos in college basketball. So we've been fortunate, to play in some great games against them. That's the one thing I was really disappointed with the December games against them now. When you look the last 3 years, we've played Austin P the last game of the season with the regular season title on the line. The last 2 years, we've played at their place in mid-February on ESPN2, which has been great exposure for our league. So the one thing we know, we're going to have to be playing really good basketball in December, go up against their great team.
I think you two have taken it to a different level there, and it kind of disappointed me yesterday. I saw your respective athletic directors playing rock, paper, scissors. So if you think that rivalry is not real, folks, you better guess again.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see that yet, but I will certainly check that out. But again, I think there'll be great games. And if you look at the games we've played against them, both at home and away, and then last year in the tournament up in Evansville, when you get two teams that have great players and play extremely hard, I think that's what's led to some of these great matchups we've had with them.
Break down your pre-conference season, I should say, and your thoughts on the 20-game conference schedule. You already alluded to that a little bit with a realignment and not playing Austin P at times that you're familiar with.
It's been challenging. I think all coaches will say that. We lost 4 really good games with the season moving from November 10th to November 25th. We lost 2 additional games going from 18 to 20 in the league. So trying to replace 6 non-conference games was very challenging. So we didn't land exactly where we wanted, but we're thankful for the opportunity to play and to compete. And, I wish we had game at Memphis. We were going to play University of Memphis at 12 o'clock next Saturday, and then stay and watch Ja Morant and the Grizzlies play at 7 in a unique doubleheader. But, some things didn't work out the way we wanted. But all in all, when you look at our schedule, when we get to December, Bob, you look at we play Austin P twice. We're at Belmont. We're at Middle Tennessee. We're at Southern Illinois. We have the 2-time defending SWAC champions Prairie View at home. We will be very much tested in the month of December. And then when you start with our December 21st game at Austin P, we go a month where we play 1 game at home. 6 out of our 7 games in the OVC are on the road there. So the racers will certainly be tested early and often when you look at our December and January schedules.
All righty. Well, it's a typical media question. We'll wrap with this. For Murray State to be successful this season, pick near the top. What must happen?
Well, I think when you look at our team, Bob, you got 6 players returning who played major minutes and provided a lot of production for our team last season. We've added 2 players who were out with redshirt years last season, and then 5 newcomers. So number one, how quickly can we mold those different groups together into a team? Number 2, our leadership. I think we have to have some guys step forward as vocal leaders of our team. And then 3, the same as it's been for us the last several years. I think it starts with our ability to defend and rebound at a high level. As you know, in our league, you're always going to face a lot of teams with a lot of firepower. And especially this year, when you look at so many returning all-league guys, I think it has to start at that end of the floor for us.
Coach, best of luck to you, and we'll see you along the way for sure.
All right, Bob. Thanks so much. Really appreciate you having us on.